Hi, Gitika. It's really nice to catch up live on this recording. We have been talking about this for so many days offline about this topic, and we have been planning for a long time to come up online and have a conversation like this so that our viewers will also have an idea about these two topics. So, first of all, let's introduce yourself to the viewers. Just let them know where are you from, what's your background, and what do you do, and how is it going for you?
Thank you so much, Kara. Thank you for inviting me. This is wonderful, and it's wonderful because I have also been following you and your work. And before that, I'll just give you a little bit of brief about myself and what I do, and we'll go from there. So my name is Gitika, and I am a finance coach, especially for teenagers, and I've been in this field for many years now. My overall experience is almost 13 years, and it's been a wonderful journey. And now I'm on a mission to empower women and children in understanding why financial literacy is important, and it's not just important; it's crucial. And yeah, that is the basis of my work, and it's been a journey and it's still going on. I've also had the opportunity to look at your journey on different social media channels as well, and understand a little bit about the work that you do, which I'm very, very inspired by also. So I would also want you to talk about a little bit about yourself and tell me, because I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued by whole energy work. I am such a fan, and you need to tell me what what do you really mean by masculine and feminine energies?
Yeah. So, yes, first let me give a brief introduction about myself to the viewers also. So, I am Kalavati, a certified life and mindset coach. So, my work basically revolves around women in the mid age. So, where that particular stage is where we juggle with so many things in our life, and we tend to lose ourselves in that phase of life, taking care of other priorities in our life. We lose ourselves in that phase of life. So that is where I come in as a coach to handhold them. So my mission is, or the obviously revolving around that is handholding the women in that phase of life and taking them to their finishing line, that is their ultimate potential. Whatever is their true potential, they tend to forget it and they deviate from their passion, they deviate from their innate abilities and everything. So I will bring back them on track and put them back on track and take them to their finishing line. That is the basic work I do in my world. And yes, talking about masculine and feminine energy, this concept was fascinating to me also when I came to know about it 2 years back. Because previously, even I didn't know what is this concept. And so my whole life was jeopardized. It was like a total mess. I was going about as we go, as most of us do. We run life as we go. So basically, masculine and feminine energies are both given to basically everything in nature. So in nature also, no creation happens without the masculine and the feminine energy. Only when the both the energies are in balance, the creation itself happens in nature. So when we talk about masculine energy, it is the structure, it is the planning, it is the hustling, it is the total planning part of the energy side. The feminine part is the pleasure part, the relaxing part, the receiving part. That is the feminine part of the energy. So when we have both these energies balanced within the individuals, then we can take life as in a relaxed way. Otherwise, it will be a energy draining part, it will be like we are lost inside, even though most of us seem to be successful outside. Inside, we feel that lack. Uh, we feel that we are lost somewhere in life. So only when these two energies are balanced, then we can run our life in a more fulfilling way and a flourishing way. So that is about masculine and feminine energy. When one is high and one is low, then definitely we are going to be feeling depleted in our life. So when I came
And
to
this
know
is
about this,
irrespective of gender, right?
yes, it is exactly very good point that I wish I forgot to mention. You brought it out. It is irrespective of gender, because we tend to think that masculine energy is reserved for men and feminine energy is reserved for women. It is not like that. Both men and women should have both these energies balanced in them. Otherwise, it will feel draining for us. Even men need their relaxation, their receiving part, and women also need their hustling and goal oriented part.
Yeah.
That is the thing. It is not like always we relax and always we receive. It is
Yeah.
also we need that part of us also in motion. Otherwise, we can give an example as the river. The river bed is the masculine and the river itself is the feminine. So when we
Wow,
have
that's
both in
beautiful.
place, yeah. So when we have both in place, then we will have a path or destination to reach. Otherwise, the river will be flowing everywhere
Hmm.
if your river bed is not in place. So that is how both your energies should be handled in your life. So,
That's
talking about masculine and feminine energy, when I came to know about this, there is something else also which I came to know, which is the limiting beliefs. So, talking about limiting beliefs, since you are a financial expert, and I am also very curious to know what are the limiting beliefs when it is when we talk about money.
Wow, that's an interesting question. And I think there are many limiting beliefs in all areas of our lives, right? When it comes to money, especially, we hold a lot of belief systems because we've all grown up in, environment which might not be the best for us. But we grow up listening to phrases like, money does not grow on trees, and things like you have to struggle to earn money, and a lot of them, right? This leads to something called as scarcity mindset. So even when your childhood is gone, you become an adult, you are still stuck in that zone of money does not grow on trees. Money is, it's a struggle. So all these belief systems and scarcity mindset, let me tell you, a lot of families in India have. And it's not like it's not like something that is new, but
Yeah.
it's important that we name it and label it so that people get to understand what they are doing inside their minds. So a lot of people and a lot of families have that scarcity mindset, and that prevents them to, uh, they hit a ceiling. So, and that is because of this limiting belief, because everything is mindset. And the most important thing here to remember is that it is okay to have beliefs. Everybody has beliefs. But what belief is running your life, that is that is what is most important, because you can have good beliefs and run your life, but if you have a limiting belief, it will limit your life. So that is what is very important to know. So it's like saying, first I was standing in front of an elephant and looking at the elephant. So my worldview was different. Now when I stand at the behind of the elephant, my worldview is very different, right?
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
but maybe that worldview would give you better opportunities, better successful life. So we have to first have awareness of what we are thinking to figure out where is my limiting belief. So first is, like I mentioned, scarcity belief is very common in India. It leads to behaviors. So the behavior would be hoarding of money, becoming a little stingier with money, not living like a life that is that becomes a little smaller than usual. So those are the behaviors that it will have because of our mindset and the belief system running in the background. A lot of time, consciously, you might even not even know that. There are conditioning beliefs also, which is like, some people might have money is everything. Some people would be
Yeah.
like, money is nothing. I am spiritual and everything is, God, which is great.
True, very true.
I mean, but how I see it, spirituality and abundance go hand in hand. So you don't have to have all these mindsets. You can have a neutral mindset that says that money is a tool and I can use it to make my life better and my loved ones' lives better. So that is how you can have those beliefs. There is a belief which is very common. People who have a lot of money are corrupt, right? Uh, or you will
Yeah.
get, or you will get a lot of money, and then you will become uh, somebody who's bad and somebody who's corrupt. So that also happens. So these are all conditioning. These are all belief systems that you have, and we can remove these belief systems. So if you want to come from scarcity to abundance, so scarcity would say there is never enough. Abundance would say there is enough for everyone to go around. So you won't have limiting, oh, that person has it, I don't have it. So that also comes very common with scarcity. So the first step would be to become aware what is running in the background. Second one, when once it shows up, you have to override it. Override it with a new belief. So let's say you are giving money somewhere and thinking inside, oh no, so much of money I'm paying,
Yeah.
abhi kya hoga? I'm so, you know, tensed up. So at that time, immediately think that, okay, this is a wrong belief to have. I need to override it. So you can say things like, this money is going with love and it will create better opportunities for whoever you're giving this money to, right? So thinking the thought suddenly like that would change your mental body, right? It will change your thinking pattern also over time, gradually. It will not just go in like one day, obviously, because you have done it for like 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So it will not go away just like that. So you have to become very aware and override it with something that you want. When we talk about energies, like you were saying, with money also there are certain energies that need to be in place. So, for example, with money, we always talk about the root chakra, which is in our body, which is the base of our base chakra in our body, which
Yeah.
relates to stability. Um, Stability in our life in terms of finances, in terms of physical health, in terms of every materialistic thing that is outside of us. So, when you're wanting to manifest more money in your life, you need to have your root chakra. You can work on your root chakra and also your solar plexus, which is your power center in the body. So, with your power center, you can manifest or bring to life whatever is that you're wanting. So, with both of these energies working, well in your body, you might be able to bring whatever you want into this 3D reality. And, you know, to um, when I talk about these energies in the body itself, and your work is obviously relating to energies, how do you see these energies affecting women in different areas of their lives?
Yeah, wow, that's a very good question. Yes, we unknowingly affect our own energies and we don't know, and we run it in autopilot also. So our major areas of our life are like career, relationship, money, and wealth, health. So career, relationship, money, and health, these are the four major areas of our life. All, as we were talking previously about the masculine and feminine energies, all these four areas should be balanced in both these energies. Only then there will be that structure and also the pleasure. Structure and also the pleasure. In all these areas, you should have these two energies in place so you enjoy your life to the fullest. For example, let's take the example of health. So if you want to, for example, if you want to lose 5 kg this month, then the structure part, the masculine part is planning your diet, planning your exercise routine, then following through whether you have achieved your target or not, pushing yourself every day to go to the gym. All these things come under your masculine energy. The feminine energy is enjoying the process itself, the losing of your weight and feeling confident in your body in and out is itself a process, and that process itself is feminine energy. That is the feminine part. So this is how you balance both the energies in your health aspect. If we take the finance aspect, being we are talking to a financial expert, so let's talk about the finance aspect also. So finance aspect is the masculine part is planning your finance properly by allocating it wherever it is required, maybe your vacation, maybe your education, maybe for your retirement, or it can be for anything. Just planning the money properly and allocating it in the proper resources is your masculine part. And the pleasure is the money itself, the money, the holding of the money, the spending of the money, enjoying things through which comes through money is itself a pleasure thing. So that is the feminine aspect of your financial thing. So that is how you balance both these energies in your financial part.
I really like
So
your analogies because when you say river itself is feminine, money itself is
yeah.
feminine, or Lakshmi. So it's so good to hear all this. Being a feminine, like just being a woman.
Yeah, of course, yes. We women hold that 80 to 85 percentage. We are in the feminine part, obviously, yes.
Yes.
So that is very fulfilling to us
Yeah.
hearing that. So that is the that is how you balance both the energies in any aspect of your life. If you I mean, if you put the pressure overly on any one area of your life, then you are going to feel that imbalance definitely in your life. For example, if you become like overly masculine in your financial part, you plan, you hustle, you go for work every day, you push yourself hard, and you're not enjoying the aspect of spending the money, the things that comes through money. If you're not going to enjoy, you're going to become stingy, you're going to become, you're not going to plan it properly, and you're going to always hustle and not relax, then you will feel that drainage in your system itself, in your human system. So you will not enjoy that life, you will feel depleted and you will feel very lonely in that process actually. So you have to have that both these energies balanced to have that what pleasure and fun, and also the planning part, also the masculine part also. It's not like you always have pleasure, you spend and you don't save. No, it's not like that. You
Yeah.
have to have the masculine part also. Being a financial expert, you know about this better, and you talk about this also in your work a lot of the times. So yes, that's how it is, right, Gitika?
Yeah, that's
So
absolutely wonderful. And I think you're absolutely, bang on right because we need to, as women, we ignore the part of planning
mm.
conveniently.
Yes, most of the times, yes, we do ignore planning part. We just go in the pleasure part and we enjoy.
Ah.
So yes, talking about this, it brings me to an important point which I want to ask. So since we women always are in the pleasure part and we spend, and we don't plan according. I mean, we don't plan it properly. We just give it to the other person to plan. Why do you think this financial literacy is more important for women nowadays? So they don't always go in the feminine part, they also hold that masculine part.
Yeah. That's a very good question, especially for women. And you rightly said, we are more inclined because we are feminine energy, and as nature would have had it, like we flow, right? So it's not, and there are some things related to it, like it's not like we always keep spending, but we like to spend, right? We want
Yeah.
to enjoy, but at the same time, it should be always within one's means. So when we talk about financial literacy for women, first we need to understand that women in this country are illiterate. 80% of us are illiterate, financially illiterate. And as women, as an amazing gender that we are, we don't want to be like that. We don't have to give away um, the money that we earn, or even if we don't earn, we don't have to just give it away just because our feminine energy tells us to do that. And we have to understand that, like you said, we need to balance both things. Um, a woman should be financially educated because she otherwise would be taken advantage of in this country. It is a fact. We cannot change it. And even though I would like to, but the it doesn't work like that. So first, we have to understand that budgeting part is so important for a woman. She needs to be literate in that, so that, and like there is a very important saying, right? When you teach a man, you just teach a man. But when you teach a woman, you
Mm.
teach generations. It's because
Yes.
a woman would always, because of her nature, she would always spread her teachings. She would want to, that is why we have generational things happening in our families,
Yeah.
right? ये हमारे यहाँ generation से होता आ रहा है. It's because of women in the family, not men. so
Yes.
so that we need to understand. As women, if you don't understand finances, you will be taken advantage of. You will be at you will be you will be at a inferior level. I don't like to use that word, but that is the truth. And therefore, once you know, and when you are educated, and it's a lifelong process, uh, you can start small. You can start to keep learning with different. There nowadays you have a lot of available resources such as YouTube and other resources. Of course, you guys can come to me and learn with me. That is also in availability. So. Uh, Once you learn, you will understand that women gets her power back in terms of her voice, right? She is not really looking for power, to be honest. She is looking for her voice. She is looking for her confidence. She is looking for those inborn qualities that are lying dormant in her, which she has been told that it's not her job to do. But the news flashes, it is her job to do. It is her money that she, with money she gets that confidence, she gets that voice, and she gets that understanding of how to deal with money. And it's when we say that we somebody is wanting money, somebody is chasing money, it's never about the money. They're always chasing something underlying, right? Some people look
Yes.
at money as freedom, some of them look at as peace, but for women it is more about self trust. So
Yes.
once even have like 100 rupees, she can do wonders with it, like a woman is uh, I'll talk a little bit about women because she is a powerhouse in itself. A lot of people underestimate her because it's a man's world. We all know that. So that is why we say when a woman is given raw vegetables, she creates an entire meal out of that, right?
Yeah. Wow.
When she's
Yes.
given a house, she'll create a home out of it. So she has
Yes.
the power to multiply things. She is so powerful that she does not recognize her power. And that
Yeah.
is the whole system also. It's made her to believe that you are not powerful. But she is a powerhouse. And she really needs to understand that, remind herself that she's a powerhouse. She can multiply things, she can create things from sand. She's that powerful. And that is why when she learns financial literacy, she will excel in life. And that is why I cannot stress it enough that it is one of the most important tools for her to live by.
Wow, that's a very powerful uh, thing which you have spoken about, that women in uh, coming back to their power, they are unaware of the potentials and skill sets and power that they hold, possess within them, and it is like buried underneath, uh, on top of everything they have put everything else, and it is buried underneath that she herself has forgotten her true power, and coming back to her crown is now in her hands, to by learning everything, especially the financial literacy, so that she can plan her life by herself and not give the power to the other person. It is not only to the masculine men in her life. Even when two women, one woman who is educated enough and she does her financial things by herself, another woman who is not that very much aware of the financial things that she can do, then that itself speaks. She can manage her life in a more structured way, and she can hold herself in a different way. Her confidence level is different. But the other woman, her confidence level goes down because she is not able to show up or showcase her financial literacy. So it's a very powerful message that you have spoken.
So what we'll do is, right now you have to cut this part. What I'll do is,
Yeah.
we are just left with 7 minutes. So I will stop this recording